Okay, we are doing the integumentary system. So this video is going to be an overview related to the structures, the functions, as well as aging in the integumentary system. So standards and objectives, pause, peruse if you want. All right, the integumentary system consists of skin, hair, nails, and various exocrine glands. So skin, hair, nail, and glands. The integumentary system is the integument. So integument is the noun. There are two major components of the integumentary system. We have the cutaneous membrane, that's your skin, made of the epidermis, the dermis, and the hypodermis, or subcutaneous layer, the fatty tissue. And the integument is also made of accessory structures, so hair, nails, and a variety of exocrine glands. So the two major components are skin and accessory structures. So the skin is the integument, right? So skin, the epidermis, the dermis, the hypodermis, and then the accessory structures, the hair, the nails, the exocrine glands. So what are the components of the integumentary system? Skin, the cutaneous membrane, and accessory structures, so hair, nails, and glands. What are the major functions of the integument? Protection. So immune cells attack invaders before they can enter the blood supply. There's waterproof protection from the protein called keratin. Melanin protects from UV radiation. And hair, like your eyelashes, your eyebrows, the hair in your ears, the hair in your nose, also provides some protection. What else? Well, your integument, your skin, helps to regulate body temperature. So we sweat or we shiver, also changes the diameter of blood vessels close to the skin. And it's similar to what might happen in a home. Either the heater turns on or you might use a fan. Another function is the synthesis of vitamin D. So sunlight, UV radiation helps us produce vitamin D with help from our skin. Now we need the liver and kidneys to finish the process, but it begins in the skin. What else? Well, the storage of fat. The hypodermis is a fatty layer made mostly of fat cells. What else? Well, sensory reception. We have a whole slew of different types of receptors. We have thermal receptors that either sense heat or cold. We have Meissner corpuscles that sense like light touch. We have nociceptors like no, they sense pain. And we have Pacinian corpuscles, and they sense pressure, like pinching, like deep pressure. The Meissner's corpuscle is just light touch. So both of the corpuscles are touch. Just Meissner's is nice, nice touch. And Pacinian is the pinch, deep pressure. Okay, nociceptor, no, like pain. And then thermoreceptors, heat or cold. They sense one or the other. Okay, what else? Well, excretion. Sweat is one example. It's salts, it's water, it's organic waste. We are secreting a lot through our integument. What else? Well, secretion. There are specialized glands in breasts that secrete milk. All right, so what are the functions of the integumentary system? Do you remember some of them? So secretion, protection, excretion, sensation, storage of fat, vitamin D synthesis, helping to regulate our body temperature, a whole lot. So our integumentary system, our integument is vital. What are some ways the integumentary system provides protection? So do you remember there were quite a few ways specifically mentioned for protection? Immune cells, hair, preventing water loss and dehydration, also melanin, right? UV protection. How does aging affect the integumentary system? Well, skin injuries and infections are more common because if you remember, the epidermis thins. So the stem cell activity declines, which means the cells aren't replaced as quickly. So the epidermis thins. The sensitivity of the immune system decreases. So those Langerhans cells, those immune cells in the skin, it decreases by about 50%. That's partly the reason infection may increase, right? Muscles become weaker, bone strength decreases, and that's because there's a decline in vitamin D production. And that means calcium and phosphate aren't absorbed as well, which affects bone. So if the vitamin D were being synthesized properly in the skin, bones and muscles may not have reduced strength. Okay, what else? Well, the sensitivity to sun exposure increases. So the melanocytes that make melanin, their activity goes down. Skin becomes dry and often scaly looking because there's a decrease in glandular activity. So there's less sebum, less perspiration. The hair thins, changes color. So follicles either stop functioning altogether, stop producing the hair, or produce a thinner, finer hair as they change shape and size. And melanocyte activity decreases, so hair becomes white. And because it's mixed with other colors, it appears gray, okay, because against the other colors of hair. How else? Well, there could be sagging and wrinkling of the skin, so the dermis thins and the elastic fibers, that network decreases. The ability to lose heat decreases. So blood supply to the dermis goes down. Sweat glands are less active, so more prone to overheating because there's less ability to regulate the body temperature. And skin repair occurs slowly. So the repair time can double, which makes infection more likely because the wound is open longer. So what are some ways the integumentary system is affected by aging? Let's see if we can list a few. Hopefully you remember some. Try it out. Okay, that's it. That's an overview of the integumentary system. We did structures, we did functions, and we talked about aging. So you know it. I hope you learned something new today.